Let us master the chapter 13 of CBSE class 10th science, our environment. Our environment can be classified into an ecosystem where different living and non-living things interact with each other to form an ecosystem. The ecosystem is comprised of two components, biotic components and abiotic components. All the living organisms of the ecosystem, such as animals, plants, bacteria, etc., form the biotic components. All the non-living things of the ecosystem, such as soil, wind, rainfall, temperature, etc., form the abiotic components of the ecosystem. Ecosystems can be natural, like lakes, ponds, rivers, etc., or artificial or man made, like gardens, etc. In each ecosystem, there are three main trophic levels: producers, consumers, decomposers. Producers are organisms that derive nutrition from inorganic substances like sunlight, water, etc. Consumers are organisms that are dependent directly or indirectly on producers for their nutrition. Decomposers derive their nutrition from dead and decaying matter and complete the cycle of nutrition. Let us understand how a food chain works. The light from the sun is used by grass to build energy, which is eaten up by the deer, and in turn, the deer is eaten by the tiger. So each step of the food chain forms a trophic level, such as producers, primary consumers, and tertiary consumers or secondary consumers. Producers are always first form of trophic level, which are autotrophs, as they convert the sun's energy into nutrition. The consumers are divided into two types, herbivores and carnivores. Herbivores are organisms that are directly dependent on producers for nutrition, and these are called primary consumers. Organisms depending on primary consumers for their nutrition are called secondary or tertiary consumers. There is a flow of energy from one trophic level to another, and it only moves in one direction. Only 1% of sunlight is captured by the producers, and a great amount of energy is lost in digestion, work, and reproduction. So, only 10% of energy is available for the next trophic level. Understanding this better, if the sun has almost 1 lakh joules of energy, 1% of this is converted into energy for the plants, which is 1000 joules. From this, only 10%, which is 100 joules, is available to the deer when it consumes the grass. From this, only 10% would be available to the tiger when it consumes the deer, which is 10 joules. Hence, the amount of energy keeps decreasing as we go up in the trophic levels. That is why there are greater number of individuals at lower trophic levels than at the top. Since each organism is eaten by two or more other kinds of organisms, which are in turn eaten by several organisms, the food chains are generally a food web. Biomagnification. Accumulation of non-biodegradable substances over each trophic level, such as pesticides, is called biomagnification. They enter the food chain at lowest level, and they do not get lost in the energy at each level as they are non-biodegradable, but get accumulated and end up at highest level of concentration in the topmost trophic level. The ozone layer. Ozone layer protects the earth from harmful UV rays. UV rays are harmful for our body as it can cause skin cancer. Oxygen at the higher levels of atmosphere, when interacted with UV rays, breaks down into oxygen molecules. This free oxygen radical adds up to the oxygen to form ozone. Ozone is a deadly gas when inhaled in the atmosphere, but helps with protection of UV rays from the earth. Chlorofluorocarbons, which are present in our refrigerators and fire extinguishers, are known to deplete the ozone layer by combining with the oxygen to form chlorine monoxide. This led to the ban of chlorofluorocarbons in refrigerators. Garbage disposal. There are two kinds of waste that are generated in our everyday home: biodegradable and non-biodegradable. Waste that can be decomposed by the action of bacteria or saprotrophs are called biodegradable waste. Non-biodegradable waste are waste which cannot be decomposed by nature but require higher temperature and pressure. Improvements in our lifestyle have resulted in greater amounts of non-biodegradable waste which have become a problem in the environment as they accumulate over the years without able to dispose them properly. Proper garbage disposal is essential to reduce the impact of these waste in our environment. Thank you for watching till the end of the video. Hope you have understood the concept and scored well in your quiz. Like and share this video. Comment on this video on what would you like to watch next. Subscribe to the channel and tap the bell icon for more such videos.